we go. What's going on, YouTube? My name is Joshua Jensen. It is August 22nd, 2015, and this is my first Kansas City Chiefs Optimistic Fan YouTube video. So let's go. We are 2 weeks into the season right now. Well, I guess 2 weeks into the preseason. And so far, we're looking okay. You know, we won our first 2 preseason games. Big whoop. Really doesn't mean shit. First game we played Arizona. Starters looked okay in that game. The defense gave up a big play on the first drive, which was kind of pathetic. But other than that, they had a pretty solid showing. And then the offense, starting offense wasn't too good in that game, in my opinion. The O-line can't pass protect to save their fucking lives. And Alex Smith is just running for his life, trying to make something happen, and he's making mistakes. But anyway, past that game, on to the next game, the Seattle Seahawks at home. Eric Berry's return to Arrowhead Stadium, so that was nice. And, Andy Reid decided to keep the starters in for a full half, so we got to have a good look at, what they're looking at right now. And the offense honestly didn't look that great. Defense looked pretty good. But I'm not really worried about the defense. I'm mainly worried about the offense. But as a lot of you know, football fans know, the offense is usually behind the defense in their progress. So early on in training camp and early on in the season, most defenses are more cohesive as a unit than the offenses are. It's just the nature of the business. The offense takes more planning and more execution and chemistry between the players. That's why usually you see the offensive production overall get better as the season goes on. And usually teams that have good defenses, sometimes you'll see their defense start to crumble towards the end of the year. And that's because offenses figure out their defense. But that's besides the point. Anyway, the offense didn't look great in the game on Friday against the Seahawks at home. And I don't know. Macklin, he did a few things in that game that showed me that, yes, he is the real deal. He's a player. He's not I don't think he's a elite receiver like a Jerry Rice or Dez Bryant level type of guy. No, he's not that kind of guy, but he's definitely the kind of guy that can make something happen. He's a playmaker. Like Charles. Charles is a playmaker. And then, I think the offensive line is the main problem on the offense, and other than that, we're looking pretty good. Alex Smith, he's a good quarterback. He makes good decisions with the ball most of the time, besides the 2 interceptions that he's thrown in the last 3 quarters of playing, which is uncharacteristic of how he plays. But I think he's just working out kinks, and it's early on, and it's preseason, so it really doesn't matter that much. But one thing I did notice was, in the first 2 games, you notice the very first play, in both offensive play, I should say, in both games was a deep throw from Smith to Macklin. Neither of which they connected on, but they've tried it twice now at the beginning of the game. And I think they're doing that. I think Andy Reid is doing that to send a message this season to everybody in the league. And it basically says, hey, look, we're not what everybody is saying we are. We're not just a screen pass, dink and dunk offense. You're going to have to respect the vertical threat of Jeremy Macklin and Alex Smith's ability to throw that. Well, the sad part is, I think they were trying to send that message, but it failed because neither of those plays worked. And actually, the one against the Seahawks nearly got intercepted. So they've got some work to do there. Alex Smith got drilled on that play against the Seahawks, the very first offensive play where they threw it deep to Macklin. He got blown up because he's got no time in the pocket. And if he's got two choices, get it out fast and still kind of get hit, but not hit as bad, not hit as much. Or he can stand in the pocket, deliver a throw, and wait for a route to develop, but he's probably going to get creamed. Or he can hang on to the ball a little bit longer and scramble. And that's one thing Alex Smith actually does pretty well is if you watch him, if you really watch him, like people watching this video, if you're really a Chiefs fan and you've been watching the game since we got Alex Smith, he can scramble. I mean, he's not like super fast, but he's a quarterback. What do you expect? But for a quarterback, he can move pretty well. And he can run for first downs, he can avoid pressure, and he can make plays. So you got to give him credit where credit's due, and he's actually done a good job of that. And I think if we didn't have a quarterback like him that could move a little bit, we would be in big trouble right now because our offensive line, they're not terrible, but they're not on par with the rest of the team. It's like the rest of the team is here, and the offensive line is kind of right here. They're like Oakland Raiders levels football right now. They're playing Oakland Raiders football. Loser football is what they're doing right now. But anyway, I'm going to make more of these videos. That's pretty much all I got to say about them right now. But I hope you guys out here enjoy this, and I just wanted to let my opinion be known to other fans out there who are always talking trash. And one thing I am going to do, I'm making a prediction right now. Right now, I'm going to make this prediction. And everybody out there, write this down, remember it, mark my word, and hold it against me if it doesn't happen. But I'm telling you right now, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win a home playoff game this year. This season. We are going to win a home playoff game. Arrowhead Stadium. Okay, this is going to happen. And if it doesn't happen, I'm going to delete my channel. It's not really a big deal because I don't have any other videos on my channel, I know, but still, I'll delete my channel. I swear, I will delete my channel. Man, I would say I'd shave my head, but I already have short hair, so it's not really going to work. I'll delete my channel, and what else would here's the other thing I'm going to do. Every time the Chiefs lose in the regular season or postseason this year, I'm going to chug some beer. But I'm going to chug as many beers as we have losses. So if we go 0-16 after the last game of the season, I'll chug 16 beers on video. No editing. I don't have any editing software anyway, so I can't edit it. And I wouldn't trick you either. I'd put real beer in there. I guess I'm not putting beer in the bottles, but anyway, so every week I'll drink as many beers as we have losses if we lose. If we win, I don't have to. So if we're 0-15 and then the last week of the season comes and we win it and we go 1-15, I don't have to chug 15 beers after the last game of the season. But I'm basically going to make one of these videos every week. That's what I'm going to do, and that's all I got to say. Peace out.